Hey, what's going on, you guys? This goes out to my breakfast lovers. We love breakfast in the Chili Pepper Madness kitchen. And if you're getting tired of making the same old breakfast all the time, or you're looking for something new, I have a recipe that I think you're gonna love. It's quite a lot like shakshuka, but this version, it's a Turkish recipe called menemen. And it's really scrambled eggs that are cooked up in a spicy pepper tomato sauce with or without cheese, and it's really fantastic. We love it so much, so I think you'll love it too. Let me show you how to make it. All right, let's make some menemen, my friends. I'm getting hungry. So I've got myself a medium-sized pan, actually I have about a large pan, set up to a good medium heat. And I have butter here, and you can use oil for this recipe, which I often do, but butter is gonna add a real nice extra flavor to it. I'm using about 2.5 tablespoons of butter, which seems like a lot of butter, but butter really adds just a wonderful deliciousness when you're cooking eggs, and this is primarily an egg and pepper and tomato dish. So go ahead and add your butter here, and we're gonna just let it melt through. And what you can do is you can just melt the butter and then continue with the recipe, or you can let the butter cook in the pan for a little while until it gets nice and brown. You get that nice brown butter brings out a sort of a nutty flavor and just another additional flavor element that you might enjoy. So I would definitely give it a try both ways. All right, I've got my butter browned a bit here. So next we're gonna go ahead and add onion. I have a good medium-sized onion here that has been chopped into the pan, and also chili peppers. And let's talk about the chilies. So this is a Turkish-style dish, and in Turkey they would use different peppers that are available to them. But here I'm using bell pepper. I'm using a mix of peppers. I'm using bell peppers, and I'm also using some Fresnos for some heat. So this is about a medium size, good size, large-ish red bell pepper that's been chopped, and a couple of red Fresnos. And again, with the chili peppers, it's really to your choice, because with the chilies, this is usually more of it's a spicy dish from Chili Flake, but the peppers, you don't really use very hot peppers, more sweet or mild. But really, as chili heads, you can use whatever you want. You know, these are great with something like Urfa Biber, or Aleppo peppers are great here. And really, this is one of those recipes that's great for chili heads who love gardening. So I've made this with different sweets or mild peppers that I grow in my garden, like Italian Marconis or Corno di Toro. It's really great here. Elephant ear peppers. So again, you can see that the choice really is yours. And I like the combination of the sweeter, larger peppers with a little bit of heat from another spicier pepper. And that's gonna bring this to deliciousness. All right, so we're gonna cook this down for about 5 minutes or so to soften up these vegetables, and then we will continue. Check it out, my friends. Look at this, smelling awesome in here. This delicious flavor base of peppers and onions is it's perfection right there, so yum, yes. All right, I've got these cooked down nicely. So next, we're gonna go ahead and add some garlic. I have 3 good-sized cloves of garlic, and you can add more or less if you want to. And I have a teaspoon of chili flake, and you can use your favorite chili flakes. If you're able to find, Aleppo is outstanding for this recipe, but really just your favorite chili flakes. Your homemade is great too, as spicy as you want. And you can use more if you want. So we're gonna go ahead and cook down the garlic, stirring a little bit for 30 seconds to a minute, until you can, of course, smell the gorgeous garlic blooming in the room. One of the best smells ever. All right, so next we have tomato, and you can use canned tomato or fresh tomato, and you can chop them. A lot of recipes call for grating the fresh tomato. It's really up to you, and I made it both ways. It changes the flavor slightly based on fresh tomato versus canned tomato, but really I'd encourage you to make it multiple ways and see which way you love it. So here's about a pound or so of tomato. So I'm gonna go ahead and stir this in here. This is our sauce base, our overall sauce. And don't forget salt and pepper. A little bit of salt to your personal tastes. Black pepper for me. I love a lot of black pepper. Adds that little extra punch. All right. All right, got this stirred up in here, and I'm gonna go ahead and let this simmer for several minutes to really let the flavors blend and the sauce become nice and saucy, and all the flavors to really to mingle. And then we will continue on with our breakfast. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and cover it so it doesn't dry out and let it simmer for a good 10 minutes minimum. All right, the sauce has been cooking here for about 15 minutes or so, and you can see it's broken down nicely. It's looking real good, smelling delicious in here. All right, so the next step here, and this is an optional step, is cheese. You don't have to add cheese to your menemen. I've seen a number of recipes that add cheese, but not all of them do. It's really optional. Think of it like an omelet. So if you want to have a cheesy omelet, cheesy eggs, go ahead and add cheese. So I'm going to sprinkle in some melty cheese. And really, that's the key here, is it's got to be melty cheese. You want it to melt through nicely, and you can use whatever personal favorite melty cheese that you have. It could be something like a mozzarella or pepper jack for me, nice and spicy. Monterey Jack is good. Colby, I like a nice white cheese, to be honest here. But use your favorite, or skip it if desired. So I'm just going to add some in here, about 1/4 cup or so. All right, let's talk about the eggs. So here I have 5 large eggs, and there's a couple ways that you can do this. You can add the eggs directly and just kind of break them up a little bit in the pan, or you can beat them up and kind of, scramble them and put them in the pan. I'd like to scramble mine first, so I'm going to go ahead and scramble up the eggs here like so. All right, got my eggs scrambling up here, and I'm just going to go ahead and pour it in. And let it sort of work its way into all the nooks and crannies of the sauce here. So one key thing here is you don't want to start mixing it all together and make it all more like you're making scrambled eggs. This is more like a set kind of a dish. You just set it. You can kind of poke in a little bit, and so that the egg works its way through a little bit more nooks and crannies. But don't go crazy. Just let the egg set here. Now I'm going to top this with extra cheese, like so. Because I like a delicious cheesy menemen. Cheesy eggs. Patty prefers cheese too. And a few extra chili flakes for good measure for myself. Totally optional, my friends. If you like it a little extra spicy, like I do. And adjust salt and pepper as needed to your personal tastes. All right, I've got this on more of a medium-low heat, and I'm going to go ahead and cover it and let it set. And one thing you can do is you could tilt the pan and kind of let the egg kind of run around and get all in the nooks and crannies. But it looks like it was looking good to me. So, all right, let's check it out in just a couple minutes. Hey, while the eggs are simmering here, let's talk a little bit about some variations on this recipe. You can actually add meats to this recipe and make it a little bit more hearty for you. Some great additions to this would be something like a Spanish chorizo or other cured meats. They're just outstanding. You could really fill you up a little bit more that way. Or you can also add other vegetables to this recipe. Other vegetables really might not be traditional, but if you wanted to add other ones that you have on hand, some garden fresh veggies, go for it. It would be really amazing in here, kind of like a Turkish-style veggie omelet. Yum. All right. Oh, look at that. Boom, my friends. This looks outstanding. Smells so good in here. Hey, when you're ready to serve your menemen, crusty bread is really outstanding here. Patty loves her breakfast sandwiches, and this definitely satisfies that breakfast sandwich style need with the delicious, awesome crusty bread style. It's like yum, so good that way. But it also is great with naan or even tortillas. Just kind of scoop it onto tortillas and make yourself a nice breakfast taco, American style, It's really outstanding. But hey man, let's give it a taste. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Menemen, my friends, this is a great breakfast, but it's really an anytime meal. Have it for dinner, have it for lunch, pretty much anytime you want it. So, hey, I'd really love to hear what you guys think of this recipe in the comments below. Really would love to hear, are you team cheese or no cheese? So let the arguments begin. But hey, if you guys are looking for another spicy breakfast recipe, you gotta check out my chilaquiles recipe. Patty's favorite, she loves it, and I think you will love it just as much as we do. So, all right, I hope to see you in the Chili Pepper Madness kitchen next time, guys. Have a good day. Bye.